What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim, back with another card of the day. Today we've got two cards we're talking about, the new Latias and Latios Prism Star cards from our upcoming Celestial Storm set. Now, the first one I'm going to be talking about today is Latias Prism Star. This card is awesome. I mean, first of all, look at the artwork on this thing. It's amazing. Love it. Just kind of like on fire. Looks like it's bursting through the atmosphere or something. Sweet, sweet card. Now, as far as Prism Star cards go, Latias does have a smaller amount of hit points. We're used to seeing like 160 hit points from these Prism Star Pokemon. All of the Prism Star Pokemon, pretty much up until this point, have had 160. Giratina, Darkrai, Solgaleo, Lunala, all of them, 160 hit points apiece. This one's got 130 damage, but that's perfectly acceptable because this thing is completely busted. I love this card. It is awesome. It's got 130 hit points, like I said, a weakness to Fairy, which is expected, a retreat cost of 1, which is fantastic. The only thing better would have been if it's free, but the card is very good, so we'll take a retreat cost of 1. It's got 1 attack and 1 attack only, but you don't need more when it's this good. It says, Dream Mist. For 1 colorless energy, does 30 damage, and attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to each of your benched basic dragon Pokemon. So that brings to mind the new Rayquaza Gx. Of course, this Latias Prism Star card was pretty much handcrafted for Rayquaza Gx. Rayquaza Gx does 30 damage times the amount of basic lightning and grass energy that you have in play. And next format, after Max Elixir rotates, it's going to be very difficult to kind of get that energy into play, especially if a Rayquaza goes down. Latias helps us just rebound, getting those energy back into play. If you have 4 Dragon Pokemon, so you have 4 Rayquaza GX on your bench and you use Latias' Dream Mist, you can easily add 120 damage, the 30, for each energy, accelerating 4 energy to your bench. You can easily add 120 damage to your board with 1 Dream Mist attack while softening your opponent up. I mean, this attack would be good if it didn't do damage. If Dream Mist just attached a basic energy card from your discard pile to each of your bench basic Dragon Pokemon, it would still be good with that Rayquaza GX card. But the fact that you get to soften up your opponent is just incredible as well. With a choice band, 30 damage from Dream Mist can really get in there, soften up some bigger threats, like anything like a Gardevoir GX. You can kind of go in without fear against a Gardevoir GX, soften one of those up. Any larger Stage 2 Pokemon GX, you could poke a little bit with Dream Mist. If your opponent Guzma's around it, it's fine. You go up, you Dream Mist again. You just keep accelerating until you're ready to sweep with your Rayquaza GX. Now, I think that next format, after Max Elixir rotates, that Rayquaza GX is probably going to be best paired with the Vikavolt, right? Because Vikavolt accelerates grass and lightning energy into play. So Dream Mist also gives us an option to accelerate if Vikavolt happens to go down, or if you just happen to struggle to get one going. Stuff like that. I love the flexibility that this card offers to a Rayquaza deck, that even under something like Ability Lock, if you happen to have found yourself under Ability Lock next format without Garbodor in format, Latios could still get in there and accelerate, which is very, very good. I love the flexibility of that. Only having 1 retreat means that Latios Prism Star is always going to have an easy time getting out of the active. 1 is much better than 2 here, since the attack costs 1 energy. You're usually going to be able to pay that 1 retreat cost without a problem. But I imagine that most of the time Latias Prism Star is pretty much going to stay up in the active position, swinging away until it eventually bites the dust. I mean, that's usually what you're going to do with it. That, or you'll Latias Prism Star, accelerate with Dream Mist, then Guzma Latias out of the active for a big KO or something like that. I think this deck has a lot of potential heading forward into next format. I love the options that it has. You have a non-GX Energy Accelerator in Vikavolt. You've got a big GX attacker in Rayquaza GX. You've got a non-EX Energy Accelerator that's a basic Pokemon in Latias Prism Star. What more do you really want? This all sounds great. And without Parallel City, it means there's no way to really nerf Rayquaza's bench other than Pseudo-Wudo to keep them from just having a bench full of Pokemon loaded with energy. So Latias Prism Star, great card, 10 out of 10. Pick it up when Celestial Storm comes out if you plan on playing Rayquaza Gx. That being said, I don't really see any other card combinations for Latias Prism Star at this point in time. You could accelerate to a whole host of Pokemon that me and my friend Matt Price went through just now. We were thinking about there's like Tyrantrum EX and expanded, there's Giratina EX and expanded, there's Kingdra EX and expanded, but yeah, these are a bunch of like pretty much, you know, defunct, unplayable EX cards that are just not gonna get any better with the addition of Latias Prism Star. Maybe in your fun deck, it could be fun, you know, if you have an expanded fun dragon type deck, you know, good stuff. But, you know, as far as competitive play, Rayquaza Gx is the partner we're looking for. Now, paired with Latias Prism Star, we are also getting a Latios Prism Star in our Celestial Storm set. And unlike his sibling or her sibling or whatever, the Latios is unfortunately not all that great. Latios does have a little bit of a boost in hit points at 140, has a retreat cost of 1, a weakness to Fairy, and of course, 1 attack. Dragon Fleet for 2 colorless energies. This attack does 50 damage for each Dragon Evolution Pokemon you have. Now, unfortunately, there are almost no good Dragon Evolution Pokemon at this time. Sorry, Garchomp, not really doing it for me right now. Even in a Garchomp Lucario deck, which is an archetype that was largely unsuccessful this past year, you're not going to have enough Garchomps in play to make Dragon Fleet do a significant amount of damage. You would have to have 3 or 4 Garchomps in play for Dragon Fleet to do anything, and I would argue if you have 3 or 4 Garchomps in play, you're probably just winning that game anyway. So Dragon Fleet, not even super good in that Garchomp Lucario deck that's legal in standard format. The only deck that I can even think of that plays enough Dragon Pokemon for this attack to be good would be Garchomp Altaria in expanded format, which is just not a good deck, unfortunately. Garchomp Altaria can't hit relevant numbers for expanded format. You would need to be able to hit 210. Garchomp Altaria really doesn't ever get there. There's a Garchomp in expanded format. Dragon Blade does 100. Altaria is a dragon type Pokemon that makes your Dragon Pokemon's damage output increase by 20. If you have 4 Altaria in play and you Dragon Blade, that's 180. I guess with the Choice Band you're hitting 210, but that's with 4 Altaria in play, and then you're playing a Garchomp Altaria deck and expanded, which just feels bad because of Parallel City and all that. Oh, there's just a lot of horrible, horrible stuff that can happen to you. As with all Prism Star Pokemon, both of these cards are only one-ofs in your deck. They're Prism Stars, so you can only play one, and they go to the Lost Zone when they are discarded. That being said, of the two, I think the Latias is very powerful and will see a ton of play. Latios, cool card, definitely a sweet collector piece. I mean, the artwork on this thing is fantastic, and who knows? Maybe one day there will be a reemergence of a pretty sweet Dragon Evolution deck where the Latios gets to really shine. But until then, that's my assessment of the cards. Let me know, what do you guys think of Latias and Latios Prism Star from our upcoming Celestial Storm set in the comments below. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, check out the Patreon and Etsy store stuff in the description below. Thank you all for watching. Peace.